Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 300. Can you believe we've been doing this 300 weeks in a row? I cannot. But I am so glad that you're here with me. And today, in honor of the big number 300, I do want to make a special announcement. The Alpha M Project Season 6 is coming back. And I am announcing it here first so that you guys have first stab at actually submitting an audition video. So here's what you have to do if you want to be considered for this season of the Alpha M Project Season 6. You need to film yourself a 1 minute, 60-second max video talking about why you need the Alpha M Project. What you're going to win is a trip here, all expenses paid, to Atlanta to hang out with me, Christian, and my dad. We're going to go shopping. You're going to win a $2,000 shopping spree. We're going to go and put together whatever outfits, whatever clothes, whatever you need. We're going to make that happen. You also are going to get a makeover hairstyle if you need one at Salon Posta. It is going to be a lot of fun. And Christian and I are so excited to do this. And my dad is super pumped too. This year is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit like, okay, let's see how it kind of rolls and plays out. So here's what you need to do. If you are interested in participating, send an email with a video link to an unlisted video, all right? So do not send me a file I need to download. I will not download it. You are officially excommunicated from consideration. I need you to upload a video 1 minute in length, any longer than a minute, disqualified, 1 minute of you talking about why you need the Alpha M Project and why this experience could potentially help you get to the next level, whatever level you are trying to get. Now, there are some stipulations and limitations because of the time that we live. Number one, you have to be 18 years of age or older. I can't be messing around with young dudes. I'm sorry, just can't do it. You also need to be within the continental United States. I'm sorry, I did eventually want to do something like international, but right now with everything, with COVID and everything, it's a little bit crazy. Also, I also need you to be vaccinated. Now, this is not like a political statement. I just need to keep the people around me safe, honestly. And so if you're not vaccinated, that's totally cool. Personal preference. But if you're coming and you're going to be in a car and I'm taking you to the salon, I need to keep my dad, Christian, the salon staff, me, I need to keep everybody as safe as possible. And the one thing that I do request and require is for you to actually be fully vaccinated. And so if you are all of those things and would like to submit a 1 minute video, all you got to do is email us at alphamproject@gmail.com. I'm going to list that down below. Also, in the subject, what I need from you is your name, your age, the city that you live, and that's it. Also, don't forget to include your phone number in the body of the email with the unlisted link. Like I said, a lot of people send me videos that I need to download. I will not download anything that you send me to my computer. I need to watch it unlisted. So remember, 18 years of older, continental United States, you need to be vaccinated and you need to be awesome. That's pretty much it. Other than that, gentlemen, now is the time. We're going to move super quick and film these things pretty fast. And so if you're available, if you're interested, we are going to have a great time. I'm just excited to do something cool. Now, gentlemen, a Tiege Hanley update. So 2 weeks ago, Kelly and Andrew is our incredible CFO, went out to Los Angeles. Why did they go out to Los Angeles? Because they are starting to have conversations for Tiege Hanley in terms of raising money. We are in the process of fielding and learning and understanding what it would look like if Tiege were to go out and try to raise capital, because we never have. And that's something that is and makes Tiege Hanley kind of a little bit of not a unicorn, but kind of special. Most companies that have gotten to our level in terms of gross revenue have raised money a few times. We have done it all in-house. We are doing really well, and we have been able to grow and scale our business to a great level. What we've come to realize and learn is that because of the level that we are, because we're a subscription, because of the things in the industry that we're in, the valuations in terms of going out to raise money and the multiples are awesome in terms of how much somebody is going to value your company at. All right, so give you an example. all right, if you're doing $20 million in revenue and somebody gives you a 4 multiple, right? That's like 4 times of gross revenue. So they're saying then you're worth like $80 million. But the multiples go up to like 8 to 10, like they're big multiples. So if you're doing 20 million and somebody gives you a 10 multiple, that's valuing your company at $200 million. Now, why is that important? The reason is because if somebody is going to invest, say they value you at all right, easy math. Say you're valued at $100 million. If somebody is going to give you $10 million, how much equity do you have to give up? 10%, right? So you still retain 90% of your equity. But if somebody values you lower, say somebody values you at $50 million and they're still going to invest that $10 million, now all of a sudden you're giving up 20% of your equity in order to gain and raise that $10 million. And so the good news is that in our space, the men's grooming lifestyle space, the multiples are awesome. And so we were actually shocked at how valuable Tiege Hanley is. Like, we knew we were valuable, but it was awesome. Kelly said, Rob and I text after one of his meetings. He's like, yo, check this out. And Rob and I were like, really? That's awesome. We have not decided one way or another whether or not we are going to, but it's looking more and more like we probably will try to raise money. Now the question is, all right, if we do, who is going to be the right partner? Because it's not just about getting the money, right? Like, okay, somebody gives you $10 million or $50 million, $20 million, like, okay, great, we got all this money. And if they're just like, all right, good, now grow the company, right? That's fine, but it's better if we are having one of our partners or our partner be somebody that has been in this space, that has helped other companies similar to Tiege scale, which means they're going to bring more than just money to the table. They're bringing expertise, they're bringing resources, they're bringing, potentially more money. Like, there's a lot of benefit to having an investor or a venture firm or somebody that's going to give us or invest in Tiege Hanley. There's a lot of value in having somebody that has done it with a company that is in the similar space. And so some of the people that we've started talking to and engaging with have invested in a lot of the big companies that you've all heard of. And so a lot of them are really excited about Tiege Hanley because of the fact that we have not raised money yet, because we are growing, because we are on a good trajectory, and because of the type of business that we're in. And so things are looking good. I will give you an update as we progress down this road or as we explore this option further. I'm going to give you an update because this is a big deal and a big learning lesson. And this is something that we're learning. And that was the point of Kelly and Andrew going out to Los Angeles, was to learn, to talk to people, to talk to different agencies and firms, talk to people that have invested in some of these big businesses, just to be like, yo, this is us. What can we expect? What do you foresee? What are the pitfalls? What should we look for? We're preparing. We are preparing to potentially go out and look at what it would look like in terms of raising capital and having a partner come in and help Tiege get to that next level. And so it's all super exciting. And I truly feel like that is going to be something that will help us get to that next level. But here's the thing. It's not just about raising money. It's about knowing how you're going to spend that money in order to multiply your business exponentially. And so it's all exciting. A lot of the things that we thought that we needed to figure out, we are figuring out. We have figured it out, and we know a little bit better now how we would actually spend that money versus 2 years from now, or 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I don't think we really understood our market as well. We also hadn't been and gotten to the place where we needed to be in terms of retention and acquisition, not to mention average order value and lifetime value. We have learned a lot and made a lot of progress in the last 2 years. So Tiege Hanley is a stronger, better company than we were a year ago even. And so things are going really well, super excited, and I will definitely give you an update as we progress. But now some of your amazing business questions. All right, guys, so there were 0 business questions from last vlog, but 2 vlogs ago where I talked about my house, there were a bunch of business questions that I'm going to dive into. Just please note that there's a thunderstorm about to rock and roll. We may lose power, you may hear it, but I'm going to press through and persevere. The first business question comes from our friend Shane Melchud. Shane always brings it super strong with the questions. He says, what are the leadership qualities you are continuing to work on? Incredible question. But he has a bonus question. Are you considering starting your own line of watches? You've stated that you have a deep love for all kinds of watches. It may be a great way to diversify the enemy product line. The answer is no on the watches, because I don't even want to get into that game. And plus, like, I love like other people's watches. And no, but great question. And I know that it kind of makes sense. Like, no. I'll let the professionals do what they do and make watches better than I can. In terms of leadership qualities, there are a lot of them that I'm working on personally. I am not the best cheerleader in terms of, you know, in meetings. Like, I feel like I need to work on being a better, like, motivator. I pay people really well, and sometimes I feel like that's a lazy way out of inspiring people, honestly, because I know that, you know, people want to be passionate and believe in the company that they work for. Now, I think I do a pretty good job about, you know, making sure everybody feels included and giving people praise when needed. But in terms of being that like leader spearhead, like oh, let's go, like great job team, like I don't do that really that well. But that is something that I'm definitely working on. Something else that I'm working on is patience. I am not a very patient person, and sometimes I feel and I want things to happen faster than they do, when the truth is I've got to just trust in the process and allow things to happen. Not saying that I need to just like sit back and relax, but trust the process, trust the people, and eventually realize that it will get there. But, you know, I'm always working on myself. I feel like I need to do a better job in a lot of different areas of my life, if I'm being honest. And a lot of them do tie into my business because my life is my business's. The next business question comes from our friend Marcel Pamchikner. Dude, that last name is tough. Anyway, sorry for butchering it, but thank you for being here. He says, why don't you transfer your house building series to the Alpha M YouTube channel to pay for itself? I've been watching you for 10 years. A generation has grown up, some of us building houses now, so I guess it would be interesting for the majority of your audience. So that's illegal. Unfortunately, you can't do that. You know, one of the biggest flags that the IRS looks for when it comes to like audits is people writing off home offices, right? And the reason is because, you know, you can only write off something that you're using exclusively for business. You know, and so if I were to build my house and try to write that off, I would have to like use that like exclusively for business. My office, I can write this off 100% because I use it exclusively for business. Now, if I lived in part of it, I could only write off a percentage based on square footage or how much I'm actually using it for work. And so, like I said, back to the IRS thing, one of the big red flags is people get real creative and exaggerate a little bit in terms of how much they are, you know, how much they're actually using. They try to write off more of their home than they actually are legally allowed to. And so that is a big red flag that the IRS actually looks at when people are like, hey, I've got a home office. How much of that office or that space are you actually using for your business or for generating the income, generating the revenue? And so just something to think about. But in terms of me writing off my entire business or my house for my business and transferring it into my business name, unfortunately, I can't. The next business question comes from our friend Pure Water Sales. What's up, Joey? Great to see you again. Hope you're doing well. He says, looking back at Pete and Pedro, in the beginning, you went on Shark Tank looking for an investor. I went on Shark Tank looking for somebody to help me, honestly. It was not about the money. With Shark Tank, it was all about, I don't know what to do. Like, I was really good at like doing YouTube videos, and I was growing and sales were, you know, scaling, but it was simply a byproduct of me being a content creator and talking about hair products. It was not that I was doing a good job, you know, growing the business and leading that business. And I was looking for somebody to help me sort of understand e-commerce, understand, you know, wholesale, understand that business. I needed somebody to help me grow that business. So it wasn't for money. Anyway, back to the question. He says, now with where it is, that would have been a bad business decision, I think, because of how much it's grown. Or it might have been a great business decision because there's no telling what would have happened if a shark would have been like, yes, I want to invest in Pete and Pedro, not Alpha M, and we're going to grow this business. Who knows? Maybe I'd be at $30 million a year if I had gotten an investment. So we can't say, you know. Yeah, looking back, you know, if they didn't bring any value, then yes, I made a good business decision. He says, when is it a good idea to stick to your business alone and hire people versus look for an investor to help you grow? Do you regret doing this one alone, or would the sharks have taken it to a different level by now from where you are? So we kind of have mixed all of your question up into this entire vlog. And once again, it comes down to when is the right time to hire an investor or take an investment. If the money can help you grow, take it to the next level, it may be a good decision. If the person has resources that can actually help you grow, it may be a good decision. Now, if you have all the answers, if you've got enough money, you know exactly what you need to do, and you know where you're going to hire or who you need to hire in order to help your business get to the next level, then it's probably a better idea, if money is no question or no object, to hire people as opposed to giving away your business for the money. Where is the value? Is the value in just the money? And if it's just the money that you need, then maybe that's what you need to do and get an investor. But if it's a little bit of money, is there a way for you to raise that money without actually going to a big investor that's going to basically want more of your company than you just going to the bank or taking money off of credit cards that they're not going to want any part of your business? You're just going to have to pay them interest. This is a question that you've got to decide. How are you going to scale your business? Is it through a strategic partner that brings a lot of value and also money? If the answer is yes, go with that. If the answer is not really, they're not really probably going to bring much value and the money maybe not really going to help, then hire people to help you grow the business so you don't have to give away your company or business. But great question. And I thought there were more business questions. Apparently not, but if there is one that you've got, down below, start it with business question and ask your question. Next week, I'm going to try to give you more business question answers. Hopefully, I'll do a good job. The other thing I will do is tell you about the first company that Area 627, that investment fund that I started with Ryan Masters, Eric Banholtz, and Antonio Centeno, the first business that we have officially closed on in terms of investment. We are now the partial owners of a new super cool business that is totally outside of anything any of us have ever done, but it is e-commerce, and I'll tell you about that next week, along with answering some of your amazing business questions. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I'm excited for those of you who want to submit a video to the Alpha M Project option or audition, but let me back that up one more time and just say, I know that some of you are like, oh, vaccinate, this isn't a political anything. I just want to make sure and give my people that are around me, that I love, that I rely on, the biggest opportunity to protect themselves with this crazy COVID situation. So if you don't understand that, I don't understand that. But whatever, I'm sure some people are going to be like, you're such an ass, you're such a, the man, give me a break. Anyway, what am I even talking about? I have no idea, which means I should probably wrap it up. We love you more than our double monk strap shoes. And thank you so much for being a part of the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 300.